Hello and welcome to Making It with Scott. Today's project we're going to be using the scroll saw and we're going to do a little power carving as well. So I decided I wanted to make a sign that would feature using spiral blades, and I'm like, what would be a good case scenario to show you what a spiral blade can actually do for you? And I thought the perfect thing would be to make an antidisestablishmentarianism sign. This was cut just with one Pegasus number 5 spiral blade, and then we went back and did some carving on it. This wood is willow. This is 4/4 inch thick, and the height is 4.5 inches, and the width is 63 inches or 5 foot 3 inches. So if I set it on the ground, it's the same height as my partner. So it's 1 Vicky tall. Other wood choices that would be fine would be like poplar or pine. I did buy some soft maple as well, but I decided that the willow was going to be my first shot, and I think it turned out really nice. As always, there is a link to download this pattern for free. It prints out in multiple pages, and then you cut it down and tape it all together. You'll see that in a minute. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around. So after we taped the pattern together, we used 3M spray adhesive, and I glued it directly to the wood. A lot of times I will take either masking tape or shelf lining paper and make a barrier between it, but this was so big that I thought just gluing it directly on and then taking it off with mineral spirits was a better option. So I did set up a sawhorse to take some of the weight off it, so when you're working on the ends, it's not going to want to tip over on you. All I do is measure the height, and then I added some risers. This is the size for my table saw outfeed, and then I just toe-nailed this in here just to hold it when we cut this out. Alright, so we're going to be using a Pegasus number 5 spiral, and away we go. I'm not going to force you to watch this entire procedure. We're just going to cut out the middle of the letter A and then jump ahead to when all the internal cuts are done. As thrilling as this is, I think we're going to start a montage, at least speed up the video so you don't have to watch me cutting for like 2 hours. Alright, so we're going to spray mineral spirits on here. Just with the spray bottle. Just coat it. And then we'll let that sit for a couple minutes. And then we should be able to just peel the pattern off. But I'm just starting out with a burr, going around this burr right here. It's pretty aggressive. I'm going to go around the letter and separate it from the base. And then I'm going to switch to this burr, which is a lot longer, so it's going to let me get into the channels I make. And then we're going to come in with a little sanding pad, come through, sand it down, and then I'm going to texture it like these. So we're just going to do one letter, and then you kind of get the gist of it. It's it takes a while, so I don't want to bore the heck out of you. So, all right. You can draw a line so you know how far to angle in. Alright, so if I was doing this in real time, I'd probably do 5 or 6 letters so I'm not switching over all the time. So yeah, rotary tools are fun. This is a Fordham, but you know, a little Dremel can do the exact same thing. Alright, now to put this texture in, I'm just going to use the edge. Just wiggle it back and forth. So, this is a downdraft table, which is great, except for what I'm making is way too big for this table. So I'll continue to do that. Video editing Scott from the future. I did use a gunstock stain, just one coat of that. I let it dry overnight. I wiped it down, and I'm considering it done. I could add a clear coat in the future if I wanted to, but I already have it hung up above my doors, and it fits perfectly, so we'll leave it at that. Alright, I realized I got to the end of the video, and I didn't show the finished product. I showed it in the beginning of the video, so it is quite hard to get on the camera, but we'll do a little close-up here. I think it turned out nice. I keep going. So yeah, very pleased with this. It's one of those things where I'm glad I did it, but I don't think I'm going to be doing it again anytime soon, but there you go. You made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to help the channel out, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, give me a follow. You know, it'll help the channel out tremendously. You know, this type of craft stuff is never going to get like 1 million followers or anything. So anything you can do will sure help me out and keep me making videos. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Also, if you do subscribe, click the bell. I do live stream a couple times a week for a few hours making stuff and hanging out. So I think that's probably a little bit more interesting than the videos themselves. So I don't know. It's up to you. Have a great day, and we'll catch you next time. Kicking it with Scott. Better than getting kicked in the head by a horse.